I'll start off this video by saying Kevin Durant does not want out of Phoenix. Also, I've been sick like the last 3 days and counting, so if I sound weird in this video, it's because I'm sick. Anyways, guys, you already know the drill. Do me a huge favor. Make sure to Hulk smash that like button and please subscribe for everything Phoenix Suns. If it has to deal with the Phoenix Suns, I'm going to make a video about it, and let's talk about it. So all of this really started because on Christmas Day, NBA on ESPN, you know, Adrian Wojnarowski, Stephen A. Smith, Malika Andrews, Michael Wilbon, and all of them, specifically Adrian Wojnarowski said this about the Phoenix Suns and Kevin Durant's frustrations.
Well, start with Kevin Durant. You talk to people in Phoenix and around that organization, you know, they can feel the frustration with Durant. Part of that certainly is the missed games for Brad Beal. This team was built around those three stars. The underwhelming supporting cast that comes from those massive trades for Durant and Bradley Beal that really gutted the organization and left them, you know, having to sign a lot of minimum players to fill out the payroll, and then understanding that they lack the assets, the draft picks, the trade capital to go out and really improve this team. This is something they're going to have to manage in Phoenix with Kevin Durant. You've seen it before, and it reminds you, it is a stark reminder of how short of a window and how this team has to win big, and they have to win big quickly based on how it was constructed, and having Kevin Durant still playing at an all-NBA level and a healthy Kevin Durant. And there's a lot at stake for this organization. It's got to change soon.
And then, you know, Stephen A. Smith and Michael Wilbon ranted about it.
Then I'm looking at the Phoenix Suns. Hot garbage. Hot garbage.
We all know the NBA on ESPN hates the Phoenix Suns. That's just a fact. That sent most Phoenix Suns fans going crazy and overreacting like they do, going instantly to the trade machines and all that. It wasn't all Phoenix Suns fans, but it was most of them. More on that later, by the way. And then, you know, we saw what happened during the Christmas Day game against the Mavericks. Luka dropping 50 on our heads. Same old Phoenix Suns with the fourth quarter collapses and all that terrible stuff. For what it's worth, Kevin Durant did say, I got to be better. I think that's what's holding the team back. And he was talking about his turnovers and everything. We all know it's been a disappointing, frustrating season so far for the Phoenix Suns. So sometime after all of that, Kevin Durant responded to Adrian Wojnarowski's comments. And he also responded to an Instagram comment that has now since been deleted. But here's what Kevin Durant said in the Instagram comment. Woj says somebody else, quote, feels that I'm frustrated and it turned into me being mentally checked out. This shit crazy. These people can flat out lie on my name and make shit up and you people will believe it. But when my teammates and coaches speak on how I am as a teammate, you ignore it. Close quote. And whether you love or you hate Kevin Durant, I think he is 110% right. Also, Jusuf Nurkic agrees with Kevin Durant. Here's what Jusuf Nurkic had to say post-practice today. By the way, he even retweeted this clip that you're about to watch.
This KD stuff, and you know, for me, it's ridiculous because you're competing against people like that, and media kind of put perspective who they are, and then you met them. And you'll be like, damn, there's nothing to do with him. And it sucks because he does, you know, obviously he's a great player and he, I think, deserved the respect he got. At the same time, and you see how media kind of perspective, it just sucks. You know, there's no way around when, you know, a guy like that, and particularly KD, you know, I feel like it was Melo at some point in his career when he got to the Portland. We was looking like who's gonna come to us and how he gonna handle, you know, business in the locker room and in the games. But he's just competing, man. Like, you know, I was really surprised who he is as a person, low key and just, you know, about his business and doing everything right way around us. But you can't control what people are gonna say. So
that experience with Melo, did that make you even look at Durant's situation, you had a better perspective on Durant by being Carmelo's teammate?
Yeah, for sure. You know, it just sucks the people can put basically opinion about who you are, and maybe not fair, but have nothing to do with KD as far as what we think who he is. But when you around him and see he's just a great guy, man. Like, period. Like, meetings, games, practices. I was really surprised the way they competed at his age, and that's when I got here. Like, I was like, we're gonna be good. We just need to stay healthy, and everybody knows that, I think.
Right.
How does he kind of inspire you as a player too? Just the way that he's been able to take care of his body.
I mean, it's amazing. Like, I've been long enough in the league, seeing a lot of players do that. But I feel like from his injury standpoint, Achilles, to come back and be who he is today, just impressive. There's no words you can describe that.
Also, prayers up to Jusuf Nurkic and his family, who recently lost his uncle, who Nurkic was really close with. And shout out to Devin Booker, by the way, who reminded us that these professional athletes have lives and families just like the rest of us. So prayers up to Jusuf Nurkic and his loved ones. Also, you guys, I know this is kind of random, but for some reason, Brandon Jennings and former Phoenix Sun Terrence Ross decided to chime in with their thoughts and opinions on Kevin Durant. And that's another conversation for another time. Specifically, Terrence Ross's comments. He definitely seems a little bitter, but again, that's a conversation for another time. So in general, you guys, my thoughts on this are obviously things are not good, but I truly do believe that winning cures all. And as I said at the very beginning of the video, Kevin Durant does not want out of Phoenix. Let me repeat that one more time. Kevin Durant does not want out of Phoenix. Everyone from ownership to management to players and fans, we should all be frustrated. There is a lot of blame to go around, and really the blame should be from top to bottom. But let's be real, you guys. You cannot control injuries. The defense has been terrible. The offense hasn't been much better. The coaching has been questionable, etc., etc. And look, whether Kevin Durant did or did not voice his frustrations, we clearly saw that Eric Gordon recently did it. I made a whole video about that. I think it's okay. I think players should be voicing their frustrations because this season has been disappointing and it has been frustrating. But just keep in mind, you guys, you cannot control injuries. Bradley Beal did not enter this season wanting to get injured. And I do believe that we do have a deep roster, but this roster needs to be fully healthy for it to work. We need to see consistent minutes with our big three and with the rest of our core to truly know what the Phoenix Suns are and what they can be. I also forgot to mention that at the same time, I still do believe that something needs to change. Now, I don't think it's as dramatic as a coaching change or a massive trade or something like that, but clearly something needs to change. Unfortunately, I am not the GM. I do not have those answers right now. I wish I did, because then I could be telling you guys what they are, but something does need to change. But with that being said, I'm trying to keep it optimistic. And speaking of optimism, and I absolutely love Grayson Allen's quote the other day. I feel like we need to be hearing more of this from Phoenix Suns players and stuff, because this quote right here was so optimistic, and I think a lot of Phoenix Suns fans need to hear it.
Yeah, we got to keep a little bit more positive energy going. Like, it's very easy to look around and be frustrated because we have the talent to win more games. Like, when our team is put together, I feel like we should be winning more games, but we are a new group, and we have to take the growing pains in stride and keep a positive energy, because we gotta be very optimistic about the flashes that we do put together that are good, because that's truly who we are and who we can be. And early on in the season, still early on in the season in December, and we've been unfortunate with injuries early on that's delayed some of the more stuff, but I truly believe, I'm really optimistic that if we keep putting minutes together out there on the court, we're going to start flowing. So some positive energy here through the frustrating losses.
So if Grayson Allen's optimistic quote wasn't enough for you, and if you don't want to take my word for it, listen to some awesome people in the Suns community. I'm sure there's like a million tweets and posts that I missed. I'm just one person. I can't follow and see all of them. But these are the ones that I did see and that I did agree with. You know, I retweeted them on my Twitter, and they're up on the screen right now for you guys to read. Also, shout out to Trevor Paxton of Trevor Paxton Design Company. I'll put his links down below in the description. He's always designing cool stuff like this, so big shout out to him. He's a nice guy as well. I hope I didn't miss anything, you guys. I know the content has been a little inconsistent lately, but I promise once I am feeling better and I'm no longer sick, I will make up for it. I hope you guys had a great Christmas, and if you don't celebrate the holidays, I hope you were at peace with whatever it was you were doing. Do me a huge favor, you guys. Make sure to Hulk smash that like button, and please subscribe for everything Phoenix Suns. If it has to deal with the Phoenix Suns, I'm going to make a video about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Win or lose, Phoenix Suns for life. And go Suns. I'll see you guys next time.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.